Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Silent Hill 2. We have descended through the Silent Hill Historical Society, and now we are into the Toluca prison. We've kind of walked here into the armory, which is basically kind of where we started. We got our maps and everything, and we are now in the process of doing this dance all over again. This is how the games are. You kind of make your way through these little areas, and then you have these big exploration areas. And this is our third. So, alright, so let's start by checking some doors. Alright, so that door is locked. It's also dark as fuck in here. There's a nice big cross tangled up there. We got stairs. Let's check this door. Alright, so this door is open. Where's this gonna go? I think this might just be the chapel. Oh, fun. So this is where you'd put your hands. They push your hands. Your hands get pushed down onto those while you kneel or you stand on this. Joy. In the chapel, nonetheless. For confessional. Let's see here. Alright, looked like a photo. The prisoners do not feel remorse. In fact, they do not feel themselves to be sinful at all. Even the simplest of them will try to shield themselves from the Lord's gaze with what little words they know. And so they dream blissfully, the sinners that they are. For no matter how foul and loathsome one's existence may be, human nature abides. Okay, I'll go ahead and grab this. The heaviest weight. Alright. You're in a place of God! Have you no shame? Alright. Oh. That upset legs. Ah, it's timed. Okay, so we also have this one here. Do we have to, like, turn both these on at the same time? Like, do I need to... I don't know. pulling all these cell doors open. Hello. Yeah, thanks for spitting acid on me. Alright, we got some more rifle rounds. Oh, and this. Other camera. Not too much to see. Okay, so do that. So we can beat down the wall. Over there. This cell is to be cleaned up by Tuesday. Make sure you get the cons. Do it by then. Previous sin has been moved. It does say to do it. See on there. Cons to do it by then. Previous tenant has been moved to death row as per the warden's order. I mean, it doesn't really offer that much light, to be honest. Alright, so we have the snake here. Hornless ox, headless serpent. Okay, so I'm going to go back down here. And then there's this. Break and go through. Shotgun shell. And of course, it's always got to be a mannequin, man. It's always got to be a pair of legs. Eyeless boar. Alright. So that door is locked. So we have the yard, and then we have, it's going upstairs. Oh, so it pulls it down at both ends, I see. Still wonder what the purpose of this is. Alright, so we can go out into the yard. hell, it is so fucking dark. There's things out here too. Scale. I think I remember this puzzle. Yeah, so I have the heaviest weight there. And basically, I believe how this puzzle works is you're supposed to weigh these to be able to unlock the doors. So you use the weights to do different combinations for the doors. Got some gallows here. Or here, whatever you are. Skittering around in the dark. So we that, and then we have this. Pull ye but once on a rope's frayed end. Choose the one justified from among the damned. Seek out their tales, think upon each sin, or let blind fate choose. Let the judgment begin. You have pyramid heads. So you have 1, you have 2, and you have 3. 4, 5, 6. Well, we don't have the lever. Alright, so this is going to lead us... So, the serpent section, we have that door open. We're headed down to the basement. We can get down here anyway. Oh no, this is the wingless bird. But it is the basement. Or wingless dove, I guess. Alright. Well, through here we go. The electric chair. Always skittering around. A reminder to all guards. Effective immediately, it is absolutely mandatory for everyone to familiarize themselves with the revised generator maintenance manual. We all remember what happened last time there was a spike, though I'm certain most of us would very much want to forget. We'll not have another incident. Okay. I guess it's like to keep that thing away, but... Hi. A family photo. We will be together soon. So these legs that you see skittering around, they're the evolved legs. They're the stronger, like, more painful ones. Like the dark nurses and the dark bondage enemies. These are the dark legs. Drink in there. Can't open that either. Ow. Open that back up. Clearly, like, the gates are locked, but I'll check them all nonetheless. Okay, so all those are locked. We're gonna just make our way through this. The viewing room. Safety instructions, power transfer levels. Green, maintenance level, used to test before each use. Yellow, optimal level, maintained for safe operation. Red, danger level, do not operate, can result in power spike and system overload. Alright, well. Isn't the idea that we, like, want to get in the red? We'll leave it in the yellow for now. As it says optimal level. Okay. we can't get through there. I think the idea is to get it in the red. Medium weight. Well, that's clearly not good. Well, we got all these nasties walking around. Oh god. Well, I can't get out of here now. Did I do that wrong? Hold on. Let me load this. Should I mean, like, because the question is, should I do it at... No, load the manual save. Yeah. They have it at the yellow. I mean, because I guess if we overload the system, right? I mean, that's obviously what we're supposed to do. I guess it opens all the doors. Well, it opens all the cell doors, right? At least that's the idea. Oh boy. Standing in a bunch of acid. Right, where the fuck am I? Okay, I'm back here. I can't use that, so. Well, I want to check all these because I know there's like ammo and shit in here. And health drinks as well. You. Okay, then I can get to this other side. Well, at least the red lights, you know, lighting everything up. Ow. That's one I was just in. Second one. Alright, I had a feeling. 4 months to go. 15. I had a feeling there was going to be a picture somewhere around here. Come on out. Might as well go in here and check in here since... Execution DR-88 report. Prisoner E662, age 23, sex male, method electrocution, witnesses 0. Note to medical staff. During last night's execution, the prisoner assumed to have been disabled, simply stood up and approached the chair without any assistance. From now on, take utmost care when reviewing the prisoner's medical history. Guards need to be made aware of how capable the prisoners are in order to avoid any incidents. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to be going, so let me check out the rest of those cells first. You were dead. And stay dead. Go, 2 shotgun shells. All right. Ooh, some more rifle rounds. Nice. Oh, there it is. Armory key. In the center of Silent Hill lies the town's major tourist attraction, Toluca Lake. But there's a darker side to the scenic, beautiful reservoir. What may seem like a bread and butter local ghost story you've heard time and time again, in this case rings surprisingly true. I think I can probably read it on here. One fateful fog-bound November day in 1918, a tourist cruiser called Little Baroness has set sail never to dock again. Newspaper articles reporting the event contain no details of the ship's disappearance. Despite an extensive police search, neither a single fragment of the ship nor the remains of the passengers or the crew have ever been recovered. But in 1939, an even more bizarre incident has taken place. I guess it cuts off there. Yeah, many pages are missing, torn out. Who knows how many souls were taken by the waters of Toluca Lake? Do the eyeless skulls of the damned stare hopelessly at the surface from below, yearning for a breath, or was their mysterious fate different altogether? It's kind of one of the cool things about, like, Silent Hill games, is that they always kind of give you stuff like this as well. They give you these, like, they give you all this, like, history of things that happened and, like, the history of the town that, like, kind of doesn't necessarily have a bearing on anything. It just kind of gives you, like, that world building. some bathrooms over here. Alright, so those are both blocked. It just kind of adds to the eeriness of, like, the town in general. Alright, so we're back here. We have the medium weight. Well, first, let's get this. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hunting rifle. Even some shotgun shells, too. Go ahead and drive them away, I guess. Oh, I guess that didn't work. The hunting rifle, by the way, is a extremely powerful gun. Alright. So, we've done all the serpent stuff. Alright, so let me see here. So we've gone through the serpent section. We're good on that. So let's see. We have the boar. The medium weight get us that. Because the smallest weight is not going to get us there. Alright, so we're not getting to the boar yet. There we go. Alright, so, to the bull. Go ahead and save. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. So the hornless ox is pretty much back where I came from. That's why you're supposed to turn the light on, but I felt like the light did nothing because I turned it on and it didn't stop him from attacking me, so. Alright, so here we are, second floor. It is bad to take when they own. They say they own. When one does own, the other can't take. But I can't own? Should the warden take? No, he shouldn't own again. I will take. I will own. Open that up. Alright, let's go turn this back on. Piece of shit. shit. Alright, so we need a key for that. Alright, let's see what's in here. Sunday, morning route. Disruption reported C-140 yelling about C-777 haunting him. Claims bars can't hold him. Administered sedative to C-140. Noon lockup. Performed precautionary search of C-777 cell, D5. No traces found of the prisoner leaving his cell unsupervised. Recommend further psychiatric evaluation of C-140. Afternoon route. C-140 and C-777 missing from their cells. Alarm raised. Search in effect. Update. Bathroom door barred from inside. Efforts made to get them open. We don't hear anything from the other side. Evening lockup. Sounds like C-777 got him. Cell block D key. Alright, so we have 287 rounds for that. Just load the rifle. 9 rounds for the rifle. 10 for the shotgun. I'll show you what the rifle does. Yeah, let's break this open. You can't get me in here. Right, so the D-block key. Alright, we'll go there first. There you go. Yeah, pretty much just like one-shots everything. Like normal enemies. Rifle rounds. Alright, so that's D6. We need to get into D5. Real scary music. But why? Alright, so we got the Shiv key. Shame you didn't find it. Shouldn't you know better than, shouldn't you know this place better than I do? Now it's too late. I'm going for a walk. Clever boy, here's your reward. We could both use a bath. Alright, so this leads me back out to here. That's locked. Get this over here as well. Saw someone walking around past lights out again. Whichever one of you that was, do I need to remind you that you must never leave your post without prior clearance? Next time I catch you, I'm reporting you to the warden. Catch me if you can. Alright, so that's what's blocked. I'm assuming the Shiv key is that there. What about this, though? We didn't go down here. Okay, so this opens up into the bottom floor again. Okay, cool. There we go. He's coming. I know he is. The bars, the walls, they can't hold him. He'll get in. He'll get in. I still have time. I can make it. Almost through, but he's close. I can feel it. He's coming to finish it. Let him come. There's always this reference of him, and I'm sure you can probably guess who him is. Alright, so we're in the toilets now. I don't know why you didn't attack me, but... Alright, so that leads to the showers. They won't save you. Took them by really slow. I told you, I told you, I told you, you didn't listen. He's here. go ahead and have a drink. Alright, into the showers. Don't get up, lady. Drink over here. Just kind of skimming the place, really. Mayan tablet. Aztec tablet. Oh boy. Bunch of bugs. That's a lot of ammo. Alright, James, time to reach in a hole again. And you get yourself a heavyweight. Time to get out. Time to go. Woo! Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't remember where the exit is. Oh, it's actually just open. Well, that's good. Alright, well, we're headed back out here anyway. Because it's time to introduce the heavyweight. This might be for the boar. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we can get into the... We can get into the boar room. We've done all of that. We've done all of that. Boar section. Alright. And the third floor is also part of the boar section. Alright. So that's the door that's on this side. Woo! Alright, warehouse is locked. Sunday, morning route. Incident at the infirmary. D-183 assaulted medical staff, attempted to steal medication. Situation under control. Noon lockup. Rumors of disease spreading among the prisoners, reported to administration. Afternoon route. E-130 had a coughing fit, reported to medical staff. Evening lockup. Alright, I'm gonna go over here first. This leads upstairs. That's blocked off. That's the warehouse. Woo! Almost just looks like a records room. I saw you. Old man's always prepared. 23. Alright, so got that all solved. We're gonna have to climb through that. Guards think we're lepers now. Don't know why, but they stay away. I don't complain. I think I almost got me. Oh, there's some fucking shotgun shells sitting in the visitor center on the prisoner side. What the hell are you guys doing? Keep the shotguns out of their hands. And the rounds, for that matter. Alright, break room. Oh, that's pleasant. Health drink. Oh! Oh my god. That actually scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Oh my god. It's like in this one right here. I'm out of here. Fuck that. Fuck that. Wanna do it again? Alright, so we need a key for that. That's going to lead upstairs as well. Reap what you sow. He locked himself in, took the key. None of the CEOs got a spare, but I know there is one. He was going nuts over the disease. See if the head nurse doesn't have it. Thinks he's safe up there. He'll get what's coming. I wanted to hit this one on the ground and make sure she didn't get up. I have enough ammo. I can kind of do what I want, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like... The reason I'm kind of conserving ammo a lot is because I know I got to use it for, like, bosses and stuff. But also, I just don't know how much ammo the boss is going to take, so... Kind of why we've been doing it more or less with just, like, melee a lot of the time. Regarding the emergency medical examination report, the report's conclusions are incorrect. The prisoners are sick. Examinations are to be repeated until their condition is properly diagnosed. Use more invasive methods if necessary. We must know the true nature of this affliction. All else is secondary. So see, at first, they didn't believe... The prisoners knew there was, like, this disease going around. And at first, they didn't believe them. Until all these people started getting more and more sick. And then the guards were like, no, there is a problem. There are a lot of people getting sick. It's like, we have a problem now. Alright, let's see here. I believe this is like, hold on a second, let me look at something if I remember correctly. That's what I thought. So yeah, this is the like the guide. So this was the like this is like a reference to one of the original Silent Hill 2 puzzles. Because I remember in Silent Hill 2 you had to get a horseshoe at one point and the wax dolls. That's exactly what this is. Alright, so that leads to here. So this is all the infirmary here. I mean, the rifle is definitely one of those, like, It's a super powerful weapon, so... I'm gonna hit her even though I know she's dead. Alright, there's the key. They said the nurse had. Repeat examination report. Conclusions. None of the examined show any clinical sign or symptom of a life-threatening illness, contagious or otherwise. The recommended endurance tests were also performed. The results have been submitted directly to the warden as per his specifications. Like they said, the report was wrong. Have a drink, get my health up. Oh, I couldn't have gone to the store anyway. Alright, so we'll go back through here. And upstairs. Yeah, like, compared to the original game, this game has, like, a lot less of the puzzles. The original game just has so many, like, things you're collecting. And you gotta, like... And the thing about, like, the Silent Hill games is that it's all about... You're just collecting all this shit, and you have to figure out what shit goes with what. Like what you saw there on the ground, the idea is that you have to get a lighter so that you can melt the wax dolls. And you're using specific items with that on top of it. It's like, the puzzles are pretty difficult if you don't really have an idea of what you're doing. Like, you can really kind of get lost on the puzzles. Because it's not just about kind of like figuring out, you know, where you need to go. It's also about figuring out what items are going together to figure out certain puzzles. And of course, that's why there's like a difference between combat difficulty and puzzle difficulty, because if you want hard puzzles but easy combat, then you can set that. And it's the same thing with this game as well. It's like you can have harder puzzles, easier combat, harder combat, easier puzzles. It's pretty flexible. It's actually pretty nice. I mean, I would really like to see Bloober maybe perhaps do a remake of 1 and 3 as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, obviously getting all of the original 4 would be nice, but I don't know if Silent Hill The Room will ever be something people want to end up getting made. Well, this just says sick, so... I mean, I remember when The Room came out, and it was a game that I rented. I rented it from Blockbuster. And I remember when I played it for the first time, I just didn't understand where I need to go, what I need to do. And at that point, I had already played Silent Hill 2 and 3, and with Silent Hill 2 was one of those games that took me probably, like, I would say a few months to beat, because you gotta remember, I was playing this at a time where we didn't have guides on the internet. The only way that you could ever figure it out was to buy a strategy guide, and so, like, and I didn't own Silent Hill 2, I would rent it. So basically I would only have it for about like a week or so at a time, and I would go every basically I would go every Friday to Blockbuster to like rent 2 games. I would be allowed to rent 2 games in a movie. What the purpose of this is. I was able to write. I was able to get 2 games in a movie. Am I supposed to hit something in here? I guess I need to write sick. Yep. And so I would usually get Silent Hill 2, and then I would go back the week after. I would go back a week later, and I would just re-rent the same game I had, because they allowed me to do that. They would just let me keep renting it. So I would just like re-rent the game week by week by week, and I had it for probably like a total of 3 months. And every night before, like after I got home from school, I would do like if I had any homework, I would do homework, and then after that, I would just sit down on my PS2 and I would just play Silent Hill 2 for like all the way up until dinner, and then I would just pause. I would pause the game, and then I would go eat dinner, and I would come back, and I would continue playing it. And if I had any shows that I had to watch, I basically would leave the game on and paused while I would watch the show. Like, I didn't want to turn it off, because if I didn't reach like a save point or whatever, then I had to just leave it. I would leave it paused. And then I would make sure that I would get back to like a save point before I went to bed. So I would probably play it for like 4 or 5 hours a night. And I was doing that every night for probably 3 months, and that's about how long it took me to complete the original, because I would have to there are some parts of the original game where there's items that you can't necessarily see unless you're just kind of like hitting X or selecting something. There'd be items that get hidden, and so you would just get stuck in one area for just like an hour at a time, and you're just going through and searching. Yeah, remember back then too, life moved slower and all that. So and I was a kid, so everything felt like it moved slower. So it just, and then of course, like by the time I had completed Silent Hill 2, I knew that at that point I wanted to complete Silent Hill 3. And so Silent Hill 3 took me probably less time. Silent Hill 3 probably took me like a month and a half, because for me, I think Silent Hill 3 is a bit of an easier game. But Silent Hill 4, I remember when Silent Hill 4 got announced. I remember when that game, like all the, like you would see the commercials for it on TV. It was fucking terrifying. And like, you start the game and it's like in first person, which you'd never seen before for Silent Hill. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's like first person. And it was just kind of crazy to experience like this mainline Silent Hill game coming out for the first time. And Silent Hill 4 was a game I never completed, because I could not figure out what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. I would go through the hole in the bathroom in the beginning, and then you get attacked by the dogs, and I'm like, and then I would die, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I probably got maybe like a third of the way through the game, and I just could not get past some of the puzzles and some of the combat. So Silent Hill 4 is definitely a game I know a lot of people say is like much lower on their list of like ranking these games and how good they are. A lot of people would, I think, put Silent Hill 3 at the top. I know that's kind of controversial. I know that some people would put 2 at the top, but I think most people would probably put 3. I personally would put 3 at the top. 2 obviously has a story that was pretty just like, has like a story that just kind of like was unlike anything you had seen before. It was such a much more like serious form of storytelling, with a lot more like adult themes that you never really, again, saw too much in games before that. You have to remember that like very few companies were doing like, oh, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Very few companies were doing like very, very in-depth, like adult level storytelling that we see now. Like when you look at games, like Red Dead Redemption 2 and like Red Dead Redemption, you look at Alan Wake, you look at The Last of Us, you look at God of War. I mean, you look at the storytelling that's being told in a lot of games like that. You look at storytelling that's even being told through RPGs like Mass Effect and like even like Fallout, for example. And yeah, when you look at games like that, that level of storytelling is so much bigger and became so much more because developers like Konami were doing stuff like with Silent Hill, and Kojima was doing stories for Metal Gear Solid, which, I mean, like Metal Gear Solid is almost like a story. Like when you look at Metal Gear 1 through 4, even the first one, those games are like designed for a 40-year-old man. Like they're designed, like the story of that is like for somebody who's been like in the military. Like it's so in depth in terms of its like level of storytelling. All right, so we obviously need to get the verb. That's the only other place we need to go. All right, so let's maybe the heaviest weight. I was thinking maybe. There we go. I was thinking that all of them on one side except for one. So yeah, you had Kojima telling those stories in like, I mean, because like Metal Gear Solid, I mean, obviously we have the remake of Snake Eater coming, and I'm probably gonna do a like once upon a stream for that. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but like the level of story for that game as like a prequel it's nuts. Like Metal Gear Solid, if you've never played through Snake Eater, the story for that game is so crazy in how adult and how deep with like military knowledge and like lore and just like how adult storytelling was being told in video games. Like period. That game is, I think, really a gold standard in terms of storytelling. I mean, all of the Metal Gear games are, obviously. But holy shit, you know, you look at the level of storytelling that Japanese developers, specifically Japanese developers, were doing in the late 90s and early 2000s. And it's... Well, I guess I'm not going back. And yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea of like where stories were going, because you had games with like you had the Silent Hill series, which is like all about suicide and loss and grief and depression and feelings of hopelessness and finding peace and finding hope. And like it's a mishmash of really horrible but also somewhat really good, and then of course there's like really weird like alien UFO shit and dogs watching dogs watching you through monitors, and yeah. But it honestly is like, you know, like here we are 2024, we have a remake of 2, and everybody wants like a remake of 3. I've heard so many people saying we need 3 now. You know, I know that not a lot of people want 1. I think not a lot of people want 1 because I think that 1 is a game that the story of it is kind of basic. It's not as in-depth and as rich as, say, 2 and 3's. But I also think it's because that game is so dated that I think maybe people aren't necessarily... Hello? Maybe interested in it. More like, you know, audiences now may not be familiar with or too interested. Oh, there's the weight right there. Hey, I need that. Oh, of course. Should have known. Like, people like me, right? You grow up with games like Silent Hill, and like I'm familiar with that story, and even like I was super excited for when the movie came out. I remember when the movie got announced, and that was a in-theater experience for me. I saw Silent Hill in theaters. And just, I want to say this too. I actually kind of hope that with the new movie coming, that they bring Silent Hill 1 back to theaters. Because I think people need to see that film in theaters for the specific reason of hearing the raid alarm. It's terrifying. I mean, it's one of those moments where, like, if you've played the games, when you hear that in the film, you already know. You're like, it's about to get heavy. But yeah, I mean, I think that they should, if they are gonna, if being that this game is so well received now at this point, I think that we may actually, of course, we may actually see a remake of 3. I think 3 will probably happen before 1. But I think it is possible for 1 to also get remade. And if they remade 1 before 3, I probably wouldn't be mad at it. I think the reason why so many people want 3 before 1 is because I think 3 is one of those games that ranks very highly for people. It's up on the list. I would say it's probably my favorite of the Silent Hill games. Oh. Bastard. God damn it. I keep hearing them, but... Right. It's not like I don't have enough healing items anyway. But also, you know, like, Silent Hill's been gone for so many years. Like, we haven't had a new game since, what, Downpour was the last one? And then we got the short message, which I know a lot of people didn't really like. But I did. You know what? Oh, and another one? I like the short message, actually. I would love to see like a another like first-person survival type Silent Hill game, to be honest. Okay, so F14 I couldn't get into. That door's locked. Oh no, I just missed it. And now we have this, which, you know, obviously there's a lot of other Silent Hill projects besides this, but I think this one for me is the one that I think it may perhaps open the door for... It's a button. For the, you know... I beg your pardon? Well, I don't think I should have came in here. Ugh. Okay. Well. I'm just gonna crawl under here. If you don't mind. I know there's that ladder back there. But I do hope that this opens the door for for Konami to do what Capcom has been doing, which is remaking their original titles. Because I think most people would agree that Resident Evil 3 is really the only one that kind of missed the mark. I like Resident Evil 3. I know there's a lot of cut content, and I do acknowledge that there's a lot of cut content. Okay, before I fuck around with that, let me read this. Due to recent acts of inmate violence, prisoner D239 has been transferred to solitary confinement cell F6. Okay. Yeah, that was the door I couldn't open. So this one was F5. Tornado! Yeah, then F6. Hooray! Shit. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry I couldn't let them take you, and now you're still there, aren't you? Oh god. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god. Alright, well, let's get the fuck out of here. This is, pretty spooky. Yeah, I mean, you look at Resident Evil 4, you look at Resident Evil 2, and those games have done very well. I mean, even Resident Evil 3 sold pretty good, despite it having a lot of cut content and being very, very short. You can beat it in like an hour. I still personally enjoy it. You know, I do hope that we see a Resident Evil 0 and 1 remake in the future. I mean, I know a lot of people want Code Veronica. I don't see Code Veronica getting remade anytime soon. I think Code Veronica is one of those games that Capcom is, I wouldn't say looks at as like the black sheep of the series, but it's definitely not like the most popular of the series. It's also one of the hardest games in the series. So, but it's a very big meme game, so. Alright, we got the last wait. We've looked through all of our... Oh, it's much brighter out here now. Good. It's getting lighter out here. Soon you're not going to be able to hide. Alright, so the idea is to get it on the sword. Okay. I think you do have to actually use all 5 of these. But I don't. Hmm. Maybe you don't need all of them. I don't know. Um. I feel like that does need to go there. The problem is that if I move this over, see, like, it does that, but I don't have anything to, like, weigh it back. Okay, let me see here. Let me start over. Alright, so I feel like this has to go here, right? Because that's going to be, like, the tipping point, right? I feel like this also has to go here. I feel like this has to counterbalance that one. What if we do that, and then what if we do this one? Ah! Yes. Execution lever. Alright, time for this. Alright, hallowed was the place, this one set ablaze. This one took from others, 'twas a sinful deed. This one he did kidnap his beloved daughter. This one clenched his fist and has pulled no punch. This one dared to take his own mother's life. This one broke the lock to steal, I'll tell you plain. So we have to, like, match all these up with the, with their ones. With the bottoms have to match the top. So, this one broke the lock, to steal, I'll tell you plain. Stealing not to eat, but to feed his own greed. And I believe they have to rhyme, right? And to steal he did, a remedy to relieve the pain. This one broke the lock, to steal, I'll tell you plain. And steal he did, a remedy to relieve the pain. So, this one took from others, 'twas a sinful deed. Stealing not to eat, but to feed his own greed. That one there. Hallowed was the place, this one set ablaze. Stood and watched the fire with a lustful gaze. So this one clenched his fist and has pulled no punch, preying on one's weakness made the man's bones crunch. This one dared to take his own mother's life, a monster's life it was, ended with a knife. And then kidnap his beloved daughter, bloody end he brought her, okay. So, I mean, you're supposed to pick one. Frankly, the stealing ones are probably that one is 4 is the least to be punished because he stole a remedy to relieve pain. This one is the next worst because he didn't steal to eat; he stole because he was greedy. Then I would say your next one is this because he beat the shit out of somebody, so that's the next worst. Then I would say the one after that that's worse than that is this one, which is lighting the church on fire, burning it. And then I would say 5 is your next worst because they killed their mother, but it said a monster's life it was. So it implies, right, that the mom was a bad person. However, the worst one here is the person who kidnapped and killed his own daughter. Because you're probably killing it. I think it's implied that it's a child. So this one would probably be the worst of it. So that one is 3. Ow. Uh-oh. I have no idea where the fuck I am at this point, but let's look around a little bit. I just wanted to run to the light. Aww. You think you're slick or some shit? Okay, And up we go. Oh. I guess that was the wrong one. Choose the choose the justified one from among the damned. Ah. Well, then that's number 4. Because he stole to relieve the pain. Yeah, okay, my bad. Oh, 4. Yeah. Alright. So I fell and I was punished with happening to kill enemies. That's what it is. I still hit my head on the way down. We're good. Pass the test. Hold on a second. I'll drink some water. Hey man, you're dead. Stay dead. Alright, James, you ready to jump? Just get in there. Oh, this music's nice. Love it. Not at all fucking horrifying. Alright, James, you ready to jump again? Hey, look, we just keep descending. Descend to the pit. Descend to the center of the earth. Whee! Well, well. What do we have here? An elevator. Oh, and no choice but down. All right, I'm gonna just in case here. Ah! Oh god, oh god, we're scraping. Damn. Mine shaft. The DualSense rumbling. Oh, alright. Well, flashbang. Where does it say we are? Oh, Labyrinth. Nice. Joy. Oh, what fun. The, I think that is, yeah, bomb. The bomb of a man later identified as Thomas Oro something. Lumberjack, age 39, was discovered in the something lying Or no, it's body, not bomb. The body of a man. Discovered lying probably face down. The probable cause of death as multiple stab wounds to the front of the neck and left side of the torso by a sharp-edged weapon. The estimated time of death was somewhere between 11 p.m. and 12:30 midnight. Due to signs of struggle in the room and the lack of a murder weapon, police are considering this a homicide and have opened a murder investigation. Furthermore, given the fact that the cash in the room was untouched and Mr. Oro had a history of drunkenness and violence, the police suspect that something was not a robbery. It was a crime of passion. So it's like, it wasn't a robbery, it was just like a... Oh no. Oh shit, here we go. So if you guys are wondering, it was gonna get bad, it's about to get fucking bad. Oh boy, here we go. I originally was gonna like make this entire playthrough a 18+ playthrough, specifically for I think what we're about to deal with. This video might be the only one though. I don't know, we'll see.
Please. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
Angela? Angela, it's me.
No. Please. Daddy!
Oh god. Is this the table guy? Oh boy, well, it's time to fucking run! Woo! Alright. Oh shit. Oh god. Let me go. Let me go. This is what I've been waiting for. Woo! Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Drink a wonderful drink. I might pull out the rifle for this. Oh shit, uh-oh. A door opened. Is he dead? I don't think so. I think he's just gone. Yeah. I forget what that guy's called too. I think it's Flesh Daddy. I actually think it is Flesh Daddy. Because it's like a representation of like Angela's past. Speaking of Angela, there she is. fan. Angela? Angela! Oh, there she goes. Not through here, but there's no one in here. Oh shit. Just make sure that everything is loaded.
Ain't you sick? Care of you. All this shit. What I did? Look at me!
There's no way out of here, except for this door. Okay. Oh, there we go! There we go! Pardon me. Just gonna make my way through there. Oh god. Oh shit. Alright, he's above. Here's this room again that... Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. To Angela's room. As you can see the rust back there, the other side, ripping through this little by little. Oh boy.
Where would you go? Nothing. No one. No one cares. Best for you. What you want.
Things crumbling all around us. Oh, we better get the fuck out of this room. I don't like that. It's all like skin. Alright. Boss time. Woo! Get off me! Oh god, I need help. There we go.
Okay, Angela. It's okay. Calm down.
Don't order me around!
I'm not. It's okay. It's over.
Don't even try.
Try what?
Like you don't know. I see what you're doing. It's always the same with you. You're only after one thing.
Angela, please.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead. Say it. Or you could just force me. Like he always did. You disgusting pig. I hate you. I hate you.
Angela. I don't know who you think I am, but I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get my Mary back.
You're Mary. Your own little Mary. At least she was. For a while. Admit it. You didn't want her around anymore.
No.
You probably found someone else.
No!
I need to find my mama.
I never.
So yeah, the idea kind of behind that abstract daddy, that's what it is. Okay, not flesh daddy. If it's flesh lip and then the abstract daddy, okay. So yeah, like the idea of that creature is like it's supposed to be kind of like, from what I remember, it's supposed to be like an amalgamation of like the like of Angela's like abuse at the hands of her like father, and also kind of like the shit that James is bringing to the table by being here. But like it's supposed to be like a creature that is like this, I guess you could call it the I don't want to say reincarnation, that's the word I'm looking for, like the manifestation of like her sexual abuse trauma and stuff like that. Again, like Angela's story in this is like horrific. It's just like a lot of this sexual abuse, and like as you can see, it's very much like the idea is that it's supposed to be like two people that are like bound inside of this leather on this like, I guess, just like table with like the I guess the idea would be, right, that the top one is Angela's father and the bottom one is Angela, and that she's being raped, I guess. Like that's the idea of the look of the creature. Anyway, terrible to see nonetheless. Alright, we need to get the fuck out of here. I'm guessing here, yes. Out of the labyrinth. Labyrinth center map. Thank you. Oh boy. Well, speaking of an amalgamation of shit, it's a strange wall. Well, it's kind of good we got that done because we're here at a save point. And, yeah. Now we're in the labyrinth. By the way, if I go into settings... Got a brightness setting in here, bud? I mean, it's just HDR calibration. Oh, there we go. Well, I guess it's like... It's all this other shit that I don't really know how to, like, fuck around with. Alright, well, anyway, yeah. We will, resume next time with the Labyrinth. Thank you all for joining me. Whew. We got that done and, out of the frying pan into the fire, yeah? Take care. Goodbye.